Hello, Saskia, devotional goddess here. So, a little more about my retreat, where yoga meets life. So, in this retreat, we start with a meditation. We then go into our first asana, and the prompt from this first asana is about truth, and where we can courageously look at our life and see the truth rather than what we've been sugarcoating or putting our rose-colored glasses on for. Then we break down and transition our next posture. And with the next posture, we look at, where is it now? Oh yeah, where we overextend. Where do we lose the grounding? And where do we overextend our energy, our attention? Where is it that we're not centered? And how can we contain more, find that grounding, so that we can redirect it into the areas we truly want to redirect our energy? That's really going to serve our highest good and our truest potential of the life and who we want to be. In the third asana, break it down, and then we have our last journal prompt of, yes, that's it. It's our breath, and how our breath can help us stay in the moment, and how it can break our thought patterns that may be disruptive or not serving our highest good. And how does our breath also serve us when we're in high stress situations? So we work with the breath on an internal landscape and an external landscape. And that's what we'll be journaling that last 2-part series on. Then we'll break for lunch, have a nourishing, healing lunch with the company of wonderful, amazing women. And after lunch, we'll go for a walking silent meditation, where we not only get to digest our food, but we also get to digest on another layer all the information that we have been digesting and processing and bringing to light. After our meditation, we'll have a share, because we need to have you pair up, or it will be in a group depending on what the energy and the cohesiveness of the group is, and I'll intuit that when the time comes. And this next step is about reflecting on where, how, and how to now bring this information that we've brought to the light through our asana practice and through our journaling, and how we can now bring it into our lives. And what are those next steps to allow us to truly weave it into our lives? Because we all know from New Year's resolutions, or goals that we set, if we bite into too much in the busyness of our lives, there's no way we're going to have the attention and the ability to execute and transform that which we want to transform. So we really want to hone it down into manageable bite sizes that we can realistically, each and every one in the group can realistically integrate and expand upon to create change. That is what we're working towards. Change optimally happens in small increments, because then we truly get a chance to integrate it, digest it, make it part of our way of being. Right? We're creatures of habit. Have you ever tried to bring in a new habit? Sometimes it can be easy, but often if we leave with a handful of intentions, we can get overwhelmed and we can shut down. It's like, well, that's too much. I can't do it. So we want it to be manageable, executable. It's not a word, is it? But manageable, and so that we can really weave it into life to truly make a change for the better, to enrich your life. so that you feel more empowered, so that you are beginning to weed out the sabotaging, the unhealthy, the not optimal traits that we do, which we all do, we're human beings. Which ones do we truly want to bring in to replace so that we can live a more vibrant, healthy, and happy life? And often stepping out of our norm environment to a neutral space that is nurturing, that has a sacred component within it, so that we can all maintain that containment, amplify it, and then bring it out into the world with a strategy, so that you can leave with a game plan and that you're excited about the change, even if it feels uncomfortable or unfamiliar, that there's still a way to make an impact. So with all this information, I hope that that's got you excited. All the information is below. Please join me on this wonderful day retreat, and I look forward to seeing you there in person. Much love and many, many blessings.